Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm here to share 10 inexpensive tools that are very helpful in card making and paper crafting. The first one is the good old-fashioned Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. For those of you who are not familiar, it comes with an imaging sheet and the tool itself, and you place the imaging sheet in the corner of the tool, stamp your image down, and then you can place that image anywhere on your page by simply putting the imaging sheet down, putting the tool back in place, and then stamping it down. And if you hold on to the tool, you're able to restamp if you need to. If it wasn't dark enough, you can just restamp it, and you're able to get a good image. So I find the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig to be a very useful tool. Also for stamping, I find a stamp mat is a great tool. This one is from Crafter's Companion, and it has grid lines, which have also a good use. But I just find that extra cushioning helps to get a good image, especially for wood-mounted stamps. But I use it for pretty much any stamping that I do, if I'm not using a stamp positioning tool. Also for another kind of mat that is very useful are the sticky mats, and I find this My Sweet Petunia kind to be very useful for lining up alphabet die cuts and sentiments, and I use the Brutus Monroe one for stenciling, and I keep one in my MISTI to line up, to hold down the card front or card base. So those are very useful. Also for stamping, I find a good old-fashioned eraser is great as a stamp press. I tried another kind that you hold in your hand and didn't find it comfortable, and I find this to be very comfortable and works very well, and it's also inexpensive. Another tool that I find very helpful is it's called the No Mess Stencil tool. I got this on Etsy, and it's just plastic, but I think it's meant to hold your stencil down so you can keep your hands out of it. But what I use it for is ink blending. It really helps to hold your page down so that you don't have to put your fingers in it and get fingerprints on them. So that is very useful. Another tool that I reach for often is this mini stamp press from We Are Memory Keepers. I put a sticky mat in it, and I use this primarily to stamp my sentiments if I don't want to get out the MISTI, and it's great for sentiment strips or sentiments, and it works the same way as any stamp press. You can restamp if you need to, and putting in the sticky mat made it even more useful. So that is another one that I really like. Recently, I purchased this bobby pin holder from the Target Dollar Spot. It is great when you're die cutting to be able to hold your dies, and so that is very useful. I also use this automotive tool. I'm not sure what it's called, but it extends, and this is great for when you misplace your dies, they fall behind your desk or something like that. You can just reach around, and it has saved me on many occasions. So this is a very useful tool. Another tool that I'm sure we all have are rulers. Recently I purchased this type of ruler. This one is from Rock Hardware, and it's a flexible ruler, but what's really makes it useful for me is that it has very small increments, and they're clear and easy to read. So this has been very useful to me, especially for box making, but also for card making. If you're using perhaps measurements that aren't the standard ones, or you want a smaller mat around an image and stuff, this just really helps to be able to get the right measurements. So very, very useful. I also don't make pretty much any project without a zero centering ruler. That just really helps to line things up and center them. And then, of course, there's a T ruler, which I use frequently as well. This is just an inexpensive one, which works fine for lining things up. I don't find it lasts too long because it is on the cheaper side, but it does the job. Recently, I purchased this 6-inch one from Simon Says Stamp. I resisted purchasing it because it was on the pricier side, but it was on sale, so it was very reasonable. And I will say that this one is quite a bit sturdier in the way that it's made, and the markings are bigger and easier to read. So very glad to have that in my craft room. And my last one is, this is the Waffle Flower Grip Mat, which is not an inexpensive tool, but I found that I wasn't using it enough because I don't want it to be in my MISTI. So I purchased an inexpensive Lazy Susan, and this has made a big difference. I'm using it more because I'm keeping it on there, and also it has the added advantage of being able to rotate, so it's great for coloring die cuts or stenciling. So those are my 10 inexpensive tools that are very useful to me in crafting. I hope that you found this useful. These aren't affiliate links. I just wanted to share what I'm loving. And if you've got any inexpensive tools you'd like to share, please use the hashtag inexpensive tools and share with us what you like to use. Thanks for watching. Bye.